You know, one of the things that I have seen over the last couple months, if not year, during this transformation or digital transformation phase is a ton of people looking to create membership websites or offer courses. And even above that, being able to have membership sites that have courses in them or standalone courses as an option as well. Well, today, guess what? We're gonna dive into that problem, and I'm gonna show you what I think is the best membership site and course system moving forward in 2021. Hey, you know what time it is. That's right, it's your boy George B. Thomas from Impulse Creative, and today we're gonna dive into HubSpot private content. We're gonna show you how we built a membership site at Sprocket Talk and how we did courses with HubLMS, and then how we made it so you could watch courses if you remember, or you could buy courses individually and watch them and not even be a member. Hey, it's kind of magical, but with that said, let's go ahead and dive into the good stuff and show you exactly how you can build a membership website with HubSpot private content and give them courses in it as well with the HubLMS. That's right, buckle up, here we go. I'm going to take you on a little tour of membership sites as well as courses and how they can all kind of fit together. Now, a couple things to know up front. This is using HubSpot CMS. HubSpot Enterprise level, as well as HubLMS for the courses. But we're going to talk you through how all of this works together to create a membership site, no matter if you're going to deliver your content via blog, via page, or via course. So as you can see, we're looking at Sprocket Talk, and because we're leveraging the HubSpot CMS and HubSpot in general, we're able to do some really smart things. For instance, we can see up here on the left-hand corner, Hello George. Because the CMS, the membership site that you would be building, is built on top of a CRM, you have all of that information about the person once they convert that you can use personalization tokens and smart content to deliver exactly what they're looking for and what they need at that moment in time. But you're going to see over here we do have a login, and so if I click on the login, it is going to take me to the login page. Now this page is completely customizable. I'll show you in a little bit the back-end settings area of private content. That's what HubSpot calls membership content, is private content, and how you can set up different templates for this information. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and email a password and hit login, and that will log us in. I'm actually going to log out real quick. You can see what it looks like to log out. Notice I'm back on the home page. Now, why did I do this? Well, I want to show you a couple things that you can think about or do. So for instance, if I go over to tutorials and go to Marketing Hub here, I'm going to be presented with a blog, a HubSpot blog that shows nothing but HubSpot tutorials. Now, if I click into any of these tutorials, because I'm not logged in, I'm going to see this screen that I can actually click on, and it's going to ask me to convert so that I can actually watch this. We call this our guest pass, where we can watch this piece of content once, but it actually equals a conversion for us. Works for our model, may not work for yours. The idea though is, notice, not logged in, showing this content and this flow that we can take them on. However, if I come in here and I log in and I come back to tutorials and Marketing Hub and I click on this same tutorial, now this time I actually get the player. I could hit play and I could start to watch this video. A bunch of other things can happen. If you wanted to show content specific to not logged in or logged in users below this video, all of this would be customizable based on if they belong to a list. And I'm going to go ahead and pause here for a second and explain. Private content or membership sites on HubSpot is based on list membership. So if they fill out a form, if they convert through a payment processor, if you do a Zapier zap and get them into a static or active list in HubSpot, that's going to be what will trigger them to be able to see that information or not. I'll show that in a few minutes here, specific to an actual page. But remember, I talked about being able to log in and you being able to customize that login page. Well, if we go into HubSpot, and of course we went to the settings gear, we went to websites, and we are now at private content on the left-hand side, you're going to see that we can choose the domain that we want to set this private content for. If you have multiple domains in your HubSpot portal with enterprise, that's something that you may end up doing. But in this case, what we can do is we could say that we wanted to look for Sprocket Talk. And when we get to sprockettalk.com, what we're going to be able to do is then set the company name, the website admin, as well as any information that we want for these destinations. So after someone registers, after someone signs in, after someone signs out, where do we want to send them? What do we want them to do? I'll kind of explain that. If I go back here and I actually log out, notice I go to where? The home page, because that's where we have it set. But when I log in, watch this, notice, where do I go? I go to the dashboard, because we have it set here in the settings to go to the dashboard and home page depending upon login. Now remember the customization of these items, we can go to templates, and now what do you want the registration email to look like? What do you want the registration page to look like? What do you want the password all the stuff that you can think of that you want to customize and make it look like your brand can be done here in this template section for all of your private content. Now speaking of that, let me go ahead and go into a contact real quick. So we'll go contacts, and by the power of magic I've gone into my contact. I want you to see a vital part of, again, we talked about lists and the power of lists, but notice manage list membership and access here on the right hand side of every contact record. I'm going to go ahead and manage that list. Notice here manage registration. So if somebody needs their password reset, or if you need to resend that registration email that happens when they're registering, it all happens here. Also, these will be the lists that you can then apply or put somebody into. Notice add to list, that would then unlock special content. Let's say you were doing a membership site and you had gold, silver, and platinum levels. You could literally have a gold list, platinum list, and silver list. And if you added them to the silver list, it would unlock the silver content, if you will, or the platinum content, just by adding them to certain lists that you have created inside of HubSpot. We've talked about being able to log in, and when you log in, where you go. We've talked about personalization. We've talked about settings, all that good stuff. So what's next? Well, if you're trying to edit a page, it's very easy. We can be on this page. This is the Contact Us page. We can come up to our HubSpot icon again, because we're using the HubSpot CMS. We can just simply say, hey, I want to edit this page. Now I actually have it open here, but it would pop open in a new tab. And let's say, for instance, I wanted to make and I don't know why I would do this, but I want to make the Contact Us a membership piece of the page, or page of the private content. I can actually go to settings and scroll all the way down, and you're going to see here, right now it's public. I could also do private set password, but that's not membership. That's not private content, because it would be a single password for everybody that you would give access to the page. But if you want it to be private, registration or membership, right? Registration required, you can simply click private, and then you're going to be able to select the list that you want to be for that private piece of content. So remember, I said gold, silver, platinum. You would literally select your gold list, your platinum list, whatever, and then those folks who are in those lists would be able to see, in this case, the Contact Us page. That's a really bad example, but it is a great example of being able to set at a page level private content. Now, the other thing that I'll show you is, what about a blog, right? When I went into these tutorials and Marketing Hub, this was literally a blog, and it is a blog article that we're clicking into when we see this information. But what happens here with that actual blog? So if I come here and I say edit post, what's going to happen is I can come into settings, and I can go ahead and go into advanced options. And under advanced options, oh, look at that. There's actually not a way to set membership.
Now hold up. One thing that needs to be noted right here is that if you go into your settings and you go to a specific blog, in the blog settings, you can set an entire blog to be a membership blog. So they'll only see it when they log in. However, In the rest of this tutorial, when I'm talking about blogs, I'm showing you that you can have a blog that is open to the public and actually code in specific ways to have certain pages be membership as well. So don't forget, you can do entire membership blogs or open blogs inside of HubSpot by default. Don't worry, with a little bit of code, what we can do is we can actually have where you can gate by default the entire blog article, but then you could ungate certain content. So for instance, for Sprocket Talk, we've got where we might want to completely ungate a podcast episode or something like that. Or if it's an interview, we might want to ungate it for 48 hours. We share it on social, and then it becomes gated, meaning it takes you through that guest pass process that you saw at the beginning of this tutorial where we're talking about membership sites and content. So yes, you can have private content for blogs, you can have private content for pages, and all of this is based off of list membership, and there's a whole engine for the registration emails and the access and all that good stuff. Let's take it another step further. What if you want to have courses or sell courses individually or as part of your membership? Then let's go ahead and come here and we'll go courses, and notice, now this is the HubLMS layer that we're laying on top of the HubSpot CMS and CRM, where it allows you to have a list of courses that people can search through. And yes, you could say only certain people can see certain courses in this list as well if you wanted to get that micro. And you can even have some courses that are wide open and free. So for instance, the Evolve HubSpot CMS theme tutorial course, because you downloaded the theme and you want to learn how to use it, this is completely free. You can hit get started. You're going to have this overview page. You can start the course, and boom, you're going to be able to see all the things that you can watch and learn about the HubSpot Evolve theme. But if you were to go courses and then not be logged in, and let's say pick the chat course, if you were to click this start course button, what you might get is an uh-oh, you don't have access to this if you're not logged in. Now I'm logged in, so we're kind of faking this out. If I was logged out, then I would be able to have this section inside of the HubSpot CMS. So notice I'm at 20 chatbots here, and if I come back to this page, here's 20 chatbots. If I come into the lessons section and click it, I literally have this, oh no, looks like you don't have access to this course, go premium or purchase the course. So remember, I said you can either unlock the course because they purchased the course one time, because they purchased that course, they're in a list, the course opens, and they can view all the tutorials or articles or however you build your course. Or if it's part of the membership and they go premium, now they can be inside the premium list as well. And so they can see the courses, they can see all the content. Again, depending on how far you want this to flow between pages and posts and courses, depends on what you want to add them into a certain list that is kind of this master list that unlocks everything, or again at a tiered level. Now what's really great is because all of this is based on HubSpot CMS, CRM, you get all the other HubSpot tools as well. So for instance, let's say you want to create a course and you want it to drip out content based on if they finished a video. Well, you could go over to HubSpot Workflows and you can create a workflow where it only unlocks the next lesson once they've completed a lesson, which by the way, maybe you also want to have quizzes. You have quizzes in the HubLMS for your courses as well. Everything that you want is at your fingertips. You want all the contact information in the world on those contacts that are going through your courses or watching your content. You have a complete CRM. You want to segment those based on the courses that they've watched to sell products or services. You have list segmentation in HubSpot. You want to see the activities that they're taking around the education that you're providing in your membership course. You have an activity feed. You want to do marketing? Cool, you have marketing tools. You want to do sales? Cool, you have sales tools. You want to do automation? Cool, you have automation tools. You want to do reporting? Yes, that's right. You can do reporting as well, meaning you could create an entire dashboard based on what is happening inside your courses or your membership sites. You want to be able to focus on the problems that they're facing and create content around that. You want to see what they're using as far as the products or services that you're educating around. Do you want to be able to see who's using those day passes, which ways they like to learn, whether it's video, audio, or textual? The possibilities are endless. You can create an entire dashboard of metrics around your course, around your membership site, around anything that has to deal with what you're trying to do. And again, this is all based on using the HubSpot CMS, the HubSpot enterprise level. You get the CRM, the HubLMS if you want to do courses. If you don't want to do courses, you don't need that. But with these tools, you literally have a sales, marketing, service, internal, external, training, membership site ability at your fingertips. And to be honest with you, a lot of what you saw today is out of the box. But with a little bit of additional code and with a little bit of your dream goals, visions, whatever you want to call it, pretty much anything can be accomplished when it comes to membership sites, courses, and internal and external education for your team and for your customers and potential contacts, prospects, however you want to leverage this.
Is your mind ready to explode? It should be, because the possibilities are endless. Listen, this is just the tip of the iceberg, but if you have questions about HubSpot private content, building a membership website, courses, HubLMS, or anything that we've covered in this video, then make sure you hit us up. Remember, we're here to help you achieve your goals and succeed in life. And as you're figuring out if memberships is right for your internal and external education, if courses is what you need to leverage as part of your community and the value that you're adding to the world, hey, we'll be here waiting for you. And remember to be a happy, helpful, humble human. And of course, let's do some happy HubSpotting along the way.